Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tales of Gaming Edition, a YouTube channel where we talk about gaming and all that good stuff. And we're back with some more Mini LCS. This is the Mini LCS 3. Apologies, I'm doing this casting post-recording because I came in after a long day and didn't have the energy to shout, so I decided to do all this in post. And I completely forgot about my League line being updated. So there's an FPS counter in the corner. I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. So you can see my options and everything else, and also you get to see what kind of frame rate my system was pulling during the entire game. So anyway, let's go on to this. This is the first match. This is Team Maverick versus Team LeeSyndrome. Both teams, I believe, we've seen before. LeeSyndrome most definitely have been in every Mini LCS to date. So their bans in this game, I'm just going to bring up my notes. So their bans in this game, Team Maverick banned Kindred, Renekton and Zed, and LeeSyndrome banned Elise, LeBlanc and Blitzcrank. So all around, not many massive picks from the current season, although it has only just started and people are just trying to get used to the new pick ban system, which is a little bit crazy in solo queue. But anyway, those are the bans. You can see who their picks are. So let's look at Team Maverick. They've got LeeSyn in the jungle, a Malzahar in mid, a Malphite in the top lane, solo lane, and Thrash Lucian in a duo lane, to which I bet both parties are neither happy with because lore-wise that doesn't make any sense. Otherwise, over on Team LeeSyndrome, Ian7, their captain, is going to be playing as Shyvana. They've got Gangplank in the solo lane, Yasuo in mid, and they've got a duo lane of Tamkant and Corki. So all in all, the early game not looking to be very, very spectacular. Lots of poke and lots of harass from the 2v1 lanes. And they'll obviously be trying to farm as quickly as they can, trying to get that gold lead. Trying to also push the lane if possible and try and secure the major objectives, which in the first 20 minutes of the game will be Dragon and Rift Herald. So we'll go into Rift Herald in but a moment. It's nothing major, it's just a little bit annoying just trying to readjust my my overlays, if it was in the visibility, but it's not in the visibility panel, so it must be a client thing, and I'll have to find the file later on for the next bunch of matches, which so I'm doing this audio art today. Citizen Beyond are going in nice and deep onto gank, actually gets him to 25% health, but is forced to back away. All those new turret damages will hurt, and you don't really want to lose the double buff if you're not going to guarantee the kill. But there we go, we have the first blood, so let's wind this tape back and see what went on here. So the camera decides to drop down to the bottom, but no matter, we can bring it back up to the mid, and there you can see Yasuo. It's a following line, and LeeSyn's quite completely. Sonic Wave, hop on in, and Iron Fisted for the kill, so we'll jump back to live and let this game play out. And obviously that's going to be a nice advantage for LeeSyn. That early gold is going to be necessary for major jungling items, at the very least getting his new pots and try and get a lead out. Currently it's only a few hundred gold, but early days, a few hundred gold will make the difference between Victor and defeat. Later more, so Gangplank's coming with the new Reap item. I really should do a roundup of all the new items we're going to see in Season 6 of League of Legends, but unfortunately I've just been too busy socially to try and get all that sorted. It's a trouble trying to lead multiple lives. But so, it's a fun item, it builds up stacks over time and gives you bonuses based on that. It's like having the Devourer stack on your Hunter's Machete. So mid lane again, it's a little bit hard for this Yasuo to fight out with LeeSyn hopping back and forth. Red team though, LeeSyndrome are going to secure this dragon nice and quick. But TSM God is now looking to take our Gangplank in the top lane. Those teammates are pushing a little bit too hard, so he's not really going to get much out of it. Xbox has got just too much health to deal with. And there we go, first dragon of the game over to LeeSyndrome. Doing very, very nicely indeed. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I can't really colour cast this all too much because, like I said, I don't know much about the new season changes. very nice safe cut switch there from TSM Beyond. Realised how deep he was going to go and pulled back a little bit. Don't want to go too deep too quick. Might just upset X-Cross a little bit. He didn't even buy him dinner or bring him some buffs to steal. I must admit though, this dual lane switch is certainly working out in the benefit for Team Maverick. The Lucian is getting a nice farm lead, and Gangs is now being chased down by Malzahar and LeeSyndrome. Is it going to be enough though? Nova is looking for a chance to channel his ult, although he's already used it, so he's not going to get very far. And a very nice dash there from Yasuo. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough, as TSM Beyond will get the kill, and Ignite is not going to take on Nova either, so that's now 2 kills with Team Maverick. LeeSyndrome nearly getting down 1 in return, but it's not going to be quite enough. So that's going to give Nova a nice bit of gold with that assist, but of course it's going to be TSM Beyond who's going to get a lot more into this. Gameplay wise though, the way this is going to shape up, I suspect we're going to be looking at things changing later on, so we could be seeing a nice mid-game spike from Corki and Lucian, and the team fights breaking out in the next few minutes or so, especially now with the Season 6 changes making games a lot shorter. And there you go, and there's the Rift Herald you can see on the screen. And that's where he chills. He chills in the Baron Pit for the first 20 minutes. Once it gets to 1930, I believe, he will despawn. He kills himself at Baron. He comes back to take control. And he's then going deep, going ham. Does manage to push Lucian and Thresh away, and gives X-Cross some time to farm, lay down some barrels. But he hasn't still done actually. He's still feeling fairly aggressive here on the Shyvana. Actually gets down a couple of spits of fire, but X-Cross not getting there in time to help out with the barrels. This is going to use them to farm up, gain some gold, and deny creep kills for Lucian. So item wise, it's all going fairly smoothly, it must be said. CS wise, it's also fairly even across the board. Although now Corki's starting to pull out a lead against the Lucian, but neither have really gone back to buy items yet. We'll see what Lucian gets to get that now. He's hit that first 50 mark. I suspect he will be picking up. There we go, Beerusald, so yeah, he's looking to go big on the items, probably go for the Infinity Edge first. I wouldn't be too surprised. It certainly worked out very well with his light bigger passive of getting essentially 2 free auto attacks after an ability cast. And Corki also looking to go back at some point soon, but I suspect he'll just be pushing hard, just keep on pushing the wave, rank up those auto attacks, and enjoy his new passive, of course. With these changes in Season 6, a lot of the current marksman style champions in that ADC role got changed. So they weren't so, I don't want to say old meta, but it certainly shakes things up in a meta. But Malphite going over to something with the Force, getting a huge knockup as Shyvana picks off Malzahar in the mid lane. That's going to be the first kill for LeeSyndrome, but could they get any more? But TSM Beyond instead retaliates and takes out Corki. Could they get Tower Punch as well? His grey health is available and it's ticking away ever so slowly. I don't think they're going to be able to land the damage. He is incredibly low, but that grey health keeps him alive. That grey health from Tam is a massive advantage in any sort of lane, as support or solo lane. It just makes him a little bit tanky, a little bit unkillable for the most part. And now we're just waiting to see what LeeSyndrome will do to retaliate for that massive loss in the bot lane. Losing Corki, who of course is going to come back in ready to build out Trinity Force, so obviously going a bit more aggressive than healing, a bit more passive play style, looking to take the edge of the support, considering that Tam Punch has no healing at all as a support goes. He really only has sort of more utility and rearranging of the battlefield compared to someone like Janna or Tarek, who does have some sort of an active healing ability. But anyway, we'll try to wait and see what Corki will do. They'll obviously go for the lane top, so Corki looking to get straight back onto that farm, and they want to put X-Cross into that bot lane with that nice big bunch of minion whack. That'll be easy crit target for his barrels, and lots of gold and lots of crits for Gangplank. So we're looking at the solo lanes, of course. We haven't looked at the mid laners for quite a while, and this has been rather interesting. Even though Yasuo is currently 0-2-1 compared to Masaha, who's 0-1-2. After having a little bit of something, he's doing a lot better in CS, and I would say he's got a little bit of an item advantage, although it doesn't really matter when LeeSyndrome can just drag and kick you back from the wall and Nova, picking up his first kill of the game. It did burn his ultimate as well, but a very smart play from Yasuo to bring up the wind wall does force it to cancel, or I don't know if it was LeeSyndrome's drag and kick that pulled that one off. So it was still a very nice play here, and Team Maverick now looking to pick up their first dragon of the game. Obviously the dragon buff is unchanged since last season. The short game bonuses as you pick up more and more, so to start with you get a little power boost, then your minions get a boost, then you get a movement speed boost, then you get how I don't know, it was stamina damage too, I can't remember, but it's those 4 abilities, and then the 5th one you get all those bonuses doubled for a short while. It is 7 here, looking to take out Nova in the jungle. Unfortunately takes quite a lot of damage for his trouble, goes down to half health, and LeeSyndrome looking to carry on, does manage to land the mark, so if he wants to he could do the kick, but instead opts not to, and just he's going to carry on, go his own way, go back to the jungle and farm up, go for the raptors on his own side of the jungle, and regain some health, and try and pull that all back. Current score at 12-26 is 4-1 in favour of Team Maverick. They've got a dragon, both teams have got a dragon, and really the gold is fairly equal. So the difference is in LeeSyndrome's farming, and that's kind of obvious when you look between Gangplank and Malphite. Malphite's on 62, Gangplank is on 84. Whilst Malphite does have an assist under his belt, it's nothing compared to what Gangplank's got at the minute. There's all farm, and I suspect when these mid-game teamfights break out in just a moment, as CSM gold does get called out rather bad, and allows the insect to pick up the crop, and doesn't quite land that action damage with the insect off from beyond. Actually being up, getting the dragon kick and the smite for the kill. And Silda is going to have to be very, very careful here, although Nova might have to be careful still, because ultimate is available, so we can start draining the life from Yasuo with a silly straw if he so desires, but nope, instead just going to back away. They did lose the grumble load here, somehow did manage to take it back by taking out Ian 7. So a little bit of a failed invade there to kill Team Maverick's jungler, but still, it was a good attempt, and they haven't really lost all that much either. They're still in the lead in terms of gold, with all that far from Gangplank and Corki, and also Yasuo being 20 CS ahead of Malzahar, and even Tam Kanchi's got 23 CS over Thresh's 6. So it's definitely a CS gold lead as opposed to a kill gold lead. Something I can chase rather quickly. And all this, I would have to say, critically, it's all coming down to Gangplank and using his barrels, which give him extra gold. Sorry, not his barrels, his parlay, which gives him gold on kills, and that procs off of his barrels when he plants them, if he destroys the barrel with parlay. So, 4 kills in favour of Team Maverick. We are approaching the halfway point-ish, considering games now lasting 30 minutes. His X-Cross takes a lot of damage. It is going to be the illusion of, they'll pick it up, and it is going to be the first time of the game over for Team Maverick, who are having an absolute whale of a time. And there we go, Thresh picks that up, so kill and a turret for either bot laner, as Malphite takes a fair bit of damage. His Obsidian Hide hasn't kicked in yet, so I don't know if it has kicked in or not. I didn't see it pop, so obviously he's not feeling all that happy about it. And there we go, turret goes down. It's going to be Corki that picks it up, so it's going to be a huge chunk of gold for him and his team. So he might be able to complete Trinity Force when he backs Solutions back in right now. So there we go, he goes to the Essence Reaver. I was expecting the Infinity, but also thinking about the Essence Reaver makes a lot of sense. Solutions a very spam happy champion. as Yasuo goes heavy on the tower, but I think he may just pay for it with his life with LeeSyndrome, and it's going to be the inner turret of Team Maverick in that top lane going down. So it's going to be everyone defend that lane, and so for Shyvana has Spitter at the other side. It would be rather amusing if you could time Shyvana's Dragon Transformation with the Spits. It's a real extreme spit rate, and Malphite goes for the force, does manage to knock up a couple, and the child carries on. Unfortunately, so far, the wall trying to get Shyvana out of the way. He will pay for it with his life, and Shyvana will crack and fall up and over the wall. Does force going plank though to burn his teleport to get straight back up as his top lane. He is using his slight speed buff from the Keystone Mastery. Does manage to land a little bit of damage, but is it going to be enough to pin down the BNB? No, sorry, you kept up BNB wrong. Side political scale. That's the question. It isn't going to be enough. He does deny Corky's visa though. It's going to be beyond that. Make sure that does not happen. Ian 7 is also going to go down. This is a terrible fight for LeeSyndrome now. They are down 8 kills. They are losing though. They're actually still hanging on to their gold advantage ever so slightly with that extra tower. But it looks like they may lose everyone. Nightingale does sink his hook into the Dastardly Pirate of the Saltwater Scourge, but it doesn't really achieve all that much, and it is going to be a second turret. So it's a turret apiece, but LeeSyndrome are ahead as they've got the inner tower down in that top lane. And there you can see Gangplank's barrel parlay combo is just cleaning the lane. So efficient, so quickly. And CS lead is no joke though against the Maverick. But sure, it's just Maverick's team fighting capability that is changing this game around for them, despite the fact they are not really getting that much in gold. They do have a lead again, but it's only 1,000 gold, which isn't massive. It's really down to positionings and timings and wombo combos. Getting things like the Malphite Simple Force to get a knockup to guarantee a lockdown for Malzahar's Fisted Visions, I believe is the ultimate name. But either way, the ultimate where he drains the life out of people with that beam, that is necessary to make that work. Otherwise, there's just too much interruption on the side of LeeSyndrome with the likes of the Yasuo being able to lock things up. So at any rate, things carrying on here. 10-2 on the scoreboard as we approach the 18-minute mark, and we could see another fight breaking out here around the Dragon Pit. Both teams would love that second dragon. I believe it's tower or movement speed push for number 2, so they would need it to close out this game as we're in that mid-game point now. So we're looking to see where things go. All 5 members of Team Maverick are pushing LeeSyndrome into the bot lane. They're obviously looking to push someone out of position, but it's going to be very difficult to do. A very smart move there from Corby to go up and over the wall. Playing parlay barrel. Look at that! 406 critical plus like 40 goal. I think I saw there. So huge. Gameplay is good. Really good. Itemization, we'll also look at that before this team fight breaks out. Although Ian 7 is caught on the hook, that's going to be what Nightingale lead. Unfortunately, it isn't going to be enough. Malphite does come in with the assault from force and does force back a couple of squishes. A very nice play from Ian 7 there. He goes straight into the back line and forces out Lucian. And he goes off to the side of the screen there. Unfortunately, Across does go down to Malphite. That dot is absolutely lethal, and people seem to forget about how much damage it can pull off. Tank does go down to Thresh, but Corky gets to a fight and actually get a good couple of kills, and that is the ace for LeeSyndrome. Very nicely done that. Double kill for Corky. That's going to be Ian 7 picking up the ace there as they now pick up their second dragon of the game, which is going to give them a huge boost in power, and that's going to be what they need now to start pushing out this game. And there you go, you can see the result of that team fight as Corky flies over, gives his support the King's Salute for his banner. And there you go, 1950 Riftheld decides, you know what, I've had enough, you guys want to play with me, that's fine, you don't want to use my jungle buff, that's fine, I'm just going to go back to the void. Which is rather nice, actually, which means that Baron is available, because teams have this global awareness that Baron is now available, whereas before you sort of had to remember that it was a 20-minute spawn timer. And let's look at the items. Well. Team Maverick gone super tanky. Both got some Dreadnought plenty there. Malzahar's got Leandri's Tormentor. Dot's going to hurt even more. LeeSyndrome looking to go down, I would assume, a Blade of the Ruined King route. Attack speed and large steel. Has got that essence for mana regeneration. And Thresh has put all his money into the face of the mountain. Tamcatcher has done a similar thing, so both supports this season not really doing much in terms of upping their power, more upping their survivability, which is understandable considering that sort of their playstyle of utility and moving between point A and point B. Otherwise, looking at the rest of LeeSyndrome, we have got Ekros with Trinity Force, and he's only just finished that off. That's the majority of that CS gold. He needs a couple of kills now to itemate a little bit quicker. We'll give you damage here as we see another fight break out. It's 3 versus 2. In7 did use Dragon Form just to close the gap along the Blazing Trail, just to try and land some extra AoE, but unfortunately it wasn't going to be enough. And speaking of, has got the Warrior Enchantment and a completed Hunter's Titan, and looking to continue the build, going for a hybrid route, which is understandable. She's got a mix of AD and ability power, and obviously we're going to improve the Dragon Spread and the dive potential, as Yasuo is caught out by 3 members of Team Maverick. They do have the option to go ham, they do, and they do. Malphite goes in with the Something Force, does get it over the wall and actually pushes him back ever so slightly, allows LeeSyndrome to Dragon Kick him, and it's going to be a nice easy pickup as Malzahar just opens up a nice Void Rift. That's to show Yasuo what awaits when all the lights go out. Just remember, kids, monsters aren't under your bed, they're inside your head. Although Nigel Barrage really can't do much against the half dragon. He's not going to be having a very good time in the next parliamentary election, I feel, especially with Corki in that red band skin now landing but hurt with those Hextech bomb, the Hextech missiles. He has got his next one lined up, which will be extra damage dealing critical. Now I'll have to wait and see what he does about that. Obviously he's not going to do much, he's going to save it for something important, I'm guessing, for a major scene fight, or when certain big item, big chunky targets all grouped up together so we get that extra damage. So going back to itemization, Yasuo going for the traditional crit build. He has now finished his 2 key items, the Affinity Etched Stack Shiv. Of course, for those that don't know, Yasuo has a very unique passive, and that his critical strike chance is doubled for everything that collects. So if he has 50, actually has 100, and a very nice catch out there from TSM Beyond using the Dragon Kick. Just block him up, along with Nova using his ultimate and Ibis using that passive evolution to get the double tap. As Ian7 comes in from the side, does get caught in the flame of Thresh. Unfortunately, it does mean he can't complete the full channel and does get shut down by Illusion. That is now putting LeeSyndrome on the back foot in terms of kills, but they do have a tower and a dragon advantage, which is giving them a slight lead in gold. And once again, the CS lead needs to be reiterated because it's absolutely massive right now. It's a 60 CS lead for Gangplank, it's a 30-ish CS lead for Yasuo. It's equal on the AD carries, but Tamcatcher is actually carrying pretty hard, 41 to 9. So Tam's actually, you could argue, he's starving Corki of gold, but equally he's giving him more gold to throw through. He's building more items, and not Corki. He's about ready to get the Ruby Sidestone. And there we go. Team Maverick pick up the first Baron Nashor of the game. They're going to use that Empowered Regal to zip back to base, and then use the bonus movement speed as soon as they come back and bolt some major items to push on. So Warden's Veil coming up for Thresh. Lucian actually going to build the Bloodthirster, which is understandable. That Blood Shield survivability is rather handy. Lucian also looking to be a bit more tanky than all-out aggressive, considering they have got the Malzahar and the Lucian for damage. A few more survivability and harass champions or play styles or builds would certainly work to their advantage, and LeeSyndrome can facilitate all of that. LeeSyndrome is of course the tanky melee DPS mage jungler, if I remember the April Fool's joke correctly, because that's how powerful LeeSyndrome really is. Everyone forgets about the blind monk, never mention the blind monk. So, looking to this fight now, it is going to be Team Maverick who are taking a fair bit of damage. Team Silver actually gets fairly low, he is going to get wiped out. That great health isn't going to do much, even with the assistance of Gangplank's cannons firing and raining onto the battlefield, and LeeSyndrome lose their mid-inner turret. But I calculate to lose the inhibitor as well on this push. They have got Baron and Powered minions against them here, as Team Maverick goes straight on it, and it is going to be X-Cross who gets Dragon kicked out, and he's going to be caught out by Maverick in the Super Force and the gunslinging of Lucian, but they do manage, but LeeSyndrome managed to reply by taking a tower and taking out a TSM Beyond, but they are going to lose their inhibitor. Maverick taking it up beautifully there, just constantly absorbing all that build up of damage, and it isn't going to be enough as Yasuo looks to try and lay down a bit of Steel Tempest, but it isn't going to be enough. They could take out Nova, it's going to be fortunate to pick that off. Nigel Forge is off to the side, but it is going to be a double kill for Corki, and Malphite is forced to run back. Unfortunately, Shyvana's Dragonform does close the gap, and those Baron and Powered minions are only good if you're nearby. Once you leave them alone and go past a certain distance range, they do lose the buff. So, LeeSyndrome are going to have to be very careful, and mid lane is vulnerable. They didn't lose the inhib, but they have lost all their towers, so a sneaky backdoor champion push could pull away that gold. And now we're just waiting to see what they intend to do from here. It doesn't look like it's going to be much in the way of things. This game is now looking to enter its final stages with LeeSyndrome obviously losing their mid lane towers, but the gold lead is still in their favour, amazingly. Even though they're 7 kills down, they're down on towers. They have got like 2 extra dragons, and the CSE is now phenomenal. Gangplank's now just ticked over to the 200 mark, and Yasuo will not be too far behind, and they're itemising really efficiently. They're looking up what's wrong, and they're building appropriately. So they've got their Trinity Forces nice and early, which was an early investment. It cost them a bit, but now it's paying off. And it's paying off in a huge way. The Spellblade passive, along with the critical strike chance, the slow, and all the bonuses it gives from the items that built into it, really do add up right now. Gangplank, of course, has got that Infinity Edge. Now his criticals with Parlay will do even more damage and guarantee kills and gold for him. Looking on through, Yasuo is now at full crit, so now it's just build attack speed and lifesteal. Find out, survive, try and be a glass cannon assassin if you can. Get into the backline, delete Lucian as soon as you can. As soon as you make contact, as soon as you can land that last breath. If you can get a group last breath, even better. Corki, meanwhile, he's only got 2 major items. He's got Trinity Force and Essence Reaver, and he's looking to build some tank items soon. And then there we go, TSM Beyond is caught out, and it's a knockup. But unfortunately, it's not a knockup that would benefit a Yasuo. But they do go 2 for 1 here, LeeSyndrome, and now go 3 for 1. They lose the E7, but they manage to pick up the jungle top and mid from Team Maverick. And they're looking at now close out here. They managed to find Lucian, and that critical damage from Yasuo does secure the kill. And that's it. That's an ace for Team LeeSyndrome. That's their second ace of this game. And that's the control they have now into this late game. With early itemization ideas and just letting the game play out. Not worrying about kills on certain people, just letting the gold come as it may. Of course, this is why Gangplank got panned out a lot. As you can see, there you go. Look at all that damage across the way. That is a huge amount. As a spin lorry is obviously coming to pick up Team Maverick. Their dead bodies are trying to stick up the bin back there. And there we go, they lose their mid lane inhibitor turret. Nova does come on in, does deal a fair bit of damage to X-Cross, and will pick up the kill. Oh no, sorry, TSM Beyond will pick that up. Does get his double boss back. And Nova, though, taking a fair amount of damage from those Hextech shells from Corki. Now with Shyvana back in the fight, they could pull something off here. She does have Dragonform available, so if she wants to dive, she can dodge for us. We're going to hook an illegal migrant across the wall and try and solidify some independence for his Shadow Isle compatriots. Oh, that pun is terrible. I feel bad for it as an Englishman of the British Isles. Oof, I'm sorry everybody. But anyway, let's focus back on this game here. 30 minutes in now. It is currently 3 dragons for 1 in favour of LeeSyndrome, 5 towers to 7. Also in their favour, for 6 player better damage here. He does get nommed by Silverhawk to get that extra damage, but is it going to be enough? Ian 7 is forced to Dragonfall away. A nice Steel Tempest knockup there from Yasuo just to try and keep the distance. Unfortunately, isn't going to be enough. Xbox does come into the fight, and Yasuo is now caught out in the middle all by himself. He doesn't take all that much damage, but that stop from Maverick is taking away those night messages every way that sanity ever so slowly as Xbox comes into the fight, tries to go into the fight. Is he going to pick up the kill? No, he isn't. He does get caught on the distance and he can crush. And the fight is still going. Team Maverick though are very low. All those champion icons are now flashing red. They lose Nova, and they look to lose so much more damage. Force dodges the missile, but takes the bullet. And 3 members of Maverick there on your screen, running back to the advantage is a lot quicker and a lot less riskier than recall considering the distance here. As Team LeeSyndrome now push out the game even further. They manage to take out the inhibitor. LeeSyndrome comes in, manages to pick up Shyvana, and the crit damage from Gangplank now is massive. But Lucian, 1, 2, 3 hit shutdown from Yasuo, just has to back away. He could push the tail if he really wants to, but smart move, moving out the way. He's getting things. His team do have map awareness. They lost sight of TSM Beyond, and he was heading in that general direction. Unfortunately, he is taking a fair bit of damage, and TSM Beyond's a little bit too strong right now. If Yasuo can just hop across the wall, there we go. He's going to be nommed up by Tam, and Tam's just going to joyfully run away, and that's going to be horrifying to be in the belly of that giant manfish as it carries you to safety. But it does give Yasuo a chance to recall, let his flow decrease and let that shield get a little boost once it's ready. I will admit, there's a very nice mechanic when Yasuo came out, made him quite tricky to play against, and then movement speed was all the thing. Still looking at items, not much has changed. Really, Malphite's just got tankier with the Frozen Heart and the Thorn Mail. That's a huge item choice, but also quite necessary considering Yasuo is going for auto attacks that will reflect auto attack damage, not AD damaging spell casts, of course. So a very nice pick up there. It also gives him a huge amount of armor to go with it, which Malphite gains passively as well, gets a little bonus for that. Lee Sin has picked up a couple more items, he's looking to build up a Thorn Mail himself. So, I think I've been casting too long and running out of breath. I'm getting very tired, well not tired, I'm yawning a lot to try and get some oxygen in my system. Malzahar though has now got his Rod Raging, he's got the immunity like Rod to build his Death Cap and get that bonus on. And LeeSyndrome now out 4 dragons to 1, that's a huge bonus. If they get one more, the game is practically over. One more and a Baron would mean the game would also be over, but I think this is going to be the last straw as Xbox does get caught in the Nova ult. It doesn't quite pick him off with the barrels of his guns, he was going to be killing his gunnery crew when he wakes up from his brief nap. He's going to be very, very upset. TSM Beyond though, very nice dragon kick to push Shyvana back after a dragon form chip. But unfortunately that last breath from Yasuo is a huge damage dealer. It does get him through the wall, but unfortunately that wind wall is not going to be able to protect him from attacks from behind. He doesn't get any kills, but he does land a huge amount of damage. And this is his team challenge though, to now pushing close up the game here. Shyvana does pick off the Thresh as he tries to defend the line, but is he going to be enough? Corking Tamer off to the side, they don't pick off anyone of interest, they don't even lay down the damage there, so onto Nova, whilst they do have it, and the Unknown going to be forced to pull away and back out, and now Team Maverick looking to re-solidify their base, and re-solidify it hard. They're going to need to if they want to survive into the next game. So just waiting to see what things Maverick and LeeSyndrome can pull off. They're obviously not looking all that hard. Whatever opportunities await them. Team Maverick will look to move out and use that island buff minions to help push out the lane that they're losing. Their mid lane is currently exposed. Their top lane is looking a lot worse than their top lane currently as the wave comes pushing in and X-Cross is losing that chance for the top lane. Will push in first. I find it strange that they're doing a mass recall now, but of course their mid lane is as far as their base gate, so it's now do or die to hold that line. And here we go, TSM Beyond now having massive wave clear, as LeeSyndrome will do. as it's mopping up nicely. The bot lane is going to be out the tower soon, along with the top lane, and I think Dragon will be respawning in a bit as well, so LeeSyndrome looking to re-secure their Dragon objective, but Team Maverick are not sitting idle either. They know that mid lane inhibitor is exposed, they want to push it, get the bound up minions on it, they will push it harder. They can deal some damage as well, as everybody is at endgame phase pretty much. And this could be it right now, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the final fight. Everyone's just jockeying for position. They look for some sort of an opening. Nigel Party is looking for a hook. TSM Bill is looking for a dive along with Jamie on that Malphite. Grix on Yasuo is looking for a dive opportunity. Ian Severs looking to get into that backline. That's our rat solution. Push him away from the fight. Get rid of all that major damage so Corky can lay in and mop up. He does lay down a Valkyrie line just as almost as a threat going across this line. And Gangplank is actually going to start off this fight here. Goes in hard with the cannon barrage. TSM Beyond actually gets focused so hard that it is not going to be enough. It is going to be Gangplank that gets shut down, but it's going to be Nova that gets returned onto Yasuo. It is going to be a double kill for Nova. Corky is going to pick up one from the side. Lucian is going to follow straight up. Unfortunately, Corky did have a Hextech shell with Lucian's name on it, and it's all split here. Triple kill for Corky. It is an ace though for Team Maverick because Ian 7 went off to the side in dragon form and then went full on into the face, and that, I believe that is all she spoke, ladies and gentlemen. 30-second death timers with Corky and Shyvana leading the charge. This inhibitor isn't going to stand too long. The top lane inhibitor turret is down along with the inhib. And Corky's Hextech rocket just flies straight on through. Unfortunately, it doesn't do damage to structures, Corky. And there we go. These Nexus towers are going to go down super fast. And that is going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. If I had to pick a player for the match, it would have to be that Gangplank. 315 CS game end, 459. He actually picked up an SSV for himself as well for mana regeneration. But there we go. The Nexus Crystal collapses in on itself and then reforms into a nice big victory logo for LeeSyndrome. So that is one for them. So thank you very much for watching. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe and all that YouTube jazz. And I'll see you for the next game.